Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Black Cat Belly Dance Studio. Today, I'm very excited because I have a very special guest, and she is Rita Puente. She is from Guatemala, and we have an amazing class with her on YouTube. So, we're going to talk about that later. So, meanwhile, let's welcome Rita. Rita, how are you? Welcome.
Hi, how are everyone? Thank you so much for having me here. It is an honor, so I'm really excited for this.
Let me tell you guys that Rita is a very experienced belly dancer. And Rita, could you please tell us more about it? About your dance career? How long have you been dancing for and all that stuff?
Yes, so I was born in Venezuela and I started dancing ballet when I was 4 years old. And then when I was 16, I remember there was a boom with Shakira and all this stuff. So I decided to try something else that was easier for my body and also for my mind, as ballet was really hard on. I was really hard on myself dancing ballet. So I wanted something like more soft and more like fun, and I tried belly dance classes. And I remember my teacher was Belén Betancourt, my first teacher. And then there was the first show I had. It was with one dancer that she was like tribal dancing, or belly dance fusion dance. She was like doing that, and I fell in love. And I was like, no, 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 I need to do this. So I decided to continue my belly dance classes and then going to the main city, Caracas, to learn about tribal fusion and in that moment ATS and with Helen Badra, and I just fell in love. I think it matched with my energy and it matched with my life in that moment. Then I started to study abroad. I remember I did Costa Rica's retreat with Rachel Bryce. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. Then I moved to Guatemala in 2016, and I did the certification. We did the certification in ATS Homecoming, I remember.
I remember that we met over there in San Francisco, California. Do you remember the year?
I think it was 2017 or 16, I think.
Probably
Yeah.
16, because I remember that it was in one of my first years that I joined the homecoming. It was super fun. For those that don't know what we're talking about, there used to be this international conference, ATS, or American Tribal Style Conference, in San Francisco, California, and that's when I met Rita. That was
Yeah, and we danced together, and it was amazing. I think, yeah, we have that on YouTube. I remember with Paloma
yeah.
and Emmy from
Any
France.
from France. We still have the video on YouTube. If you wanna watch it, I'm gonna leave the link over here because it was 100% improvisation. We didn't know each other until that event. We didn't have time to practice. We just chatted a little bit about it, right? We
Yes.
song and improv. That was super.
Yeah, it was really amazing. I think that event and also the retreat with Rachel Rice, they changed my life because I could see the dance in a really professional way, and also like meeting a lot of people that was so into dance and so into this style that I just fell in love completely, and my technique improved a lot. And yeah, in that moment, I remember before doing the ATS homecoming, it was like, okay, I need to do this as a profession. So, and well, later I studied with many teachers. One of my main teachers is Olga Meos. I think she changed the dance completely. Like she knew the dance because in the beginning we were seeing Silverize or a Soy Jakes, and now like we have these crazy things going on and like really interesting and experimental things. I started to do festivals. I created my dance studio in Guatemala, Morrian Tribal, and yeah, I have been dancing since I was 16 years old. this style.
So how many years have been since then?
Almost 15.
Almost 15. That is so, you are
Yes.
super young, so you don't have to worry about. That's amazing. So how many dance styles do you dance? Talking about belly
Well,
specifically.
with belly dance specifically, AATS for Fashion's belly dance style, fusion belly dance, and now with belly dance evolution, I dance kind of the cabaret oriental style that they have.
Yeah, that's something
And
that I really want to go deep into it a little later because that's amazing. That's something huge. So we definitely need to chat about it. So let me ask you something. Have you felt the feeling of quitting belly dance? Usually I ask this question because it's very easy to talk on social media about how beautiful your dance life is or has been, but we don't talk about those things that we all have hard times. We all have winters and we all have summers. So could you tell us a little bit about a hard moment that made you feel like dance wasn't for you, or you just wanted to quit because it was too much?
I think, well, with the first time I suffered that winter, it was when I was like really young. It was related to ballet. I remember I had like a big my ankle and a big injury in my ankle. So I was like, no, 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 I can dance anymore, and I'm not good at this, and I can, and I can, and I can, and I can. And I remember I was studying at that moment. I was 18, I think, and the university to be a professional dancer. And they told me, no, 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 you cannot be a professional dancer. You can be a teacher. So in that moment, for me, it was a really hard, like something really hard for me to face. And I was like, no, I cannot dance this. And then I was dancing fusion belly dance or tribal fusion as a student. And I was like, well, this made me happy, but maybe this is not for me because this is not what I actually wanted. Like, because I wanted to be like a professional dancer, a ballet dancer and stuff, and dancing with a company and things like that. And I had the opportunity to dance with a company, but I was like, no, I'm not good at this. So I sabotaged myself in that moment, and it was really hard because also that affect of course, my self-esteem and everything. And I was like, no, well, maybe tribal fusion is not for me either. Like, maybe I need to be like a normal person. So I stopped doing dance. Then I remember I moved to another city, Valencia. I met Jeka. She's a Venezuelan dancer. She's in England. And I was like, yeah, well, I want to do something to relax and like to get out from university and work and stuff. And I met her, and it was amazing. I really fell in love again with dance. So that was the first time. After that, I think it was this year when I decided maybe I should quit. I remember I was working in a really difficult, not difficult, but really a stressful work. And I was trying to balance between work and giving classes.
Well,
Um,
what kind of job is that?
I was working as a project manager in a marketing company.
Okay.
So I was handling like super big clients, and I was doing all the marketing strategies and all the
Give me 5.
planning and
I do
everything.
marketing
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. And I know it's super stressful. Like, it's super crazy. You work, at least here, sometimes I work like 14 hours a day. So I was like, it was crazy. So in that moment, I was like, well, I remember I host BDX in Dance Evolution, like Gilina's BD experience in Guatemala in February, I think. And I was so tired. Like, my body, I gained weight because of work and stress and hormones. That affects me a lot. And also, I was like not in shape. I was so tired. I remember I was doing a solo and then another choreo, like 4 6 minutes, everything together. And I was like, I can do this. And I remember I told Luna and Jelena, I can do this. I'm super tired. I'm out of breath. And they were like, no, 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 you can, you can. And they gave me, of course, like advices. Everything went well. Everything went well. I think I was just again like sabotaging myself. I'll sabotage myself with dance. Like, you cannot do this. You are too tired. You are not in shape. You are not no 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 no. No. And I was in a moment where I needed to choose between saying yes to a promotion in my work or but I know that this promotion it meant for me that I would not have time to dance, because it was like, okay, you need to be a coordinator and you need to do like a lot of stuff. You're going to be super tired now, like more tired. And it was like, okay, you need to choose. You can go to a dance career full time finally after many years, or you can continue and growing and maybe be a manager someday and like be big on the company or any other company. But you are going to probably lose this moment and you're going to stop dancing because you're not going to have time and you're not going to have energy for your students. I remember I was giving classes with the little energy that I have, and my students were super awesome because they fill me with energy. And after my classes, I was like super happy. But yeah, it was really difficult, and I decided, no, I need to dance. This is what I was born for. So I'm going to dance, and I will see later what I'm going to do. But in that moment, and I hope it's the last time I have this kind of winters in my life. And then I decided to go to full dance teacher, and all the doors started to open. So yeah, and I'm here, and I hope to continue to be here.
That's amazing. I think that you are a risk taker, and I think that's part of the success. So many people want to see everything perfect without going through the process or the transition into it. We were talking about this before the Zoom call, but yeah, definitely we need to take risks if we want to make it happen. Otherwise, it's just waiting and waiting, and that moment won't come because you're waiting for something that needs to go through the process. So yeah, that's very exciting. And could you please tell us more about how you joined Belly Dance Evolution? That's amazing. That's for the guys or the people that are watching this. It's an international move created by Yelena, and she's amazing. I admire that woman. She's a businesswoman. She created this all over the world. So her dancers travel all over the world to perform, and it's amazing. Could you tell us more about it?
Yes. So I worked with them the first time in Mexico back in 2018. It was a dream for me to dance with them. I remember I did the audition the last day, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to make it because I'm not good. I'm not a good dancer." So I got in, and it was the most amazing experience ever. I think for a person that wanted to dance in a ballet company and doing amazing shows, this was a life-changing experience, and also like it opened my eyes to another professional way of approach this dance. So, and after that, I worked with them again this year. I was host of BDE Experience and also with Wizard of Oz. And it was the first time they did Wizard of Oz and also the play, which is Jungle. Because right now, Belly Dance Evolution, they divided in two. They have the experience, BD experience, which is a training for dancers, intermediate and advanced level, and sometimes beginner levels. And then they have the professional company, which is the play Jungle Book. So it was the first time they did both to change this, like, um, how they approach to work and to like having these amazing opportunities and having these amazing shows. And after that, I went to, again, because you get kind of addicted to it, to the experience, because the experience are amazing. The coach from Yelena and from Luna and from Biri and from Saba also, they are amazing. Like they know what they're doing. They know how can you reach your best potential. So after that, after Guatemala, I went to LA to Alice in
I
Wonderland
saw
with
you over
BD's
there.
experience.
That was
Yes,
amazing. And that was not long ago, right? Like last month?
yes, in June, and it was super fun. And I remember Jelena gave me the rabbit. Like with Wizard of Oz, I was the witch, which was really close to what I do, like really dark stuff. But then she gave me the rabbit, and it was super fun. My students were laughing because it's like the first time we're going to see you using a white like costume. It's like, yeah, you're never going to see me that again. And it was super fun, and it was like really a really challenging experience. And after that, I auditioned for Jungle Book, which was a play that I fell in love when I saw it in Guatemala. I think it's an amazing play. It's really dark. It's more dark than Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is super fun. Wizard of Oz is also super fun. Jungle Book is more dark. It's like more serious, you know? And I auditioned, and now I have the amazing opportunity to dance with them in 4 shows. We are going to have a tour on August. 2 cities, 3 cities in Texas. We are going to do the show in Houston, Austin, San Antonio, and then we go to Washington. And it is amazing because you can try also different styles, like not the ones that you are used to it. You can dance a lot of things, and you can, like, for me the most important thing was, or my one of the learnings, I always learn something new. I can talk for hours about all the learnings, but I think now the learning that I like take with more love right now is that to be a dancer, like in this level of dance, you need to take care of yourself, and you need to take care of you need to prepare yourself mentally, because if you are like me or any other dancer that is like watching this podcast or listen this podcast, if you struggle with your self-esteem, like I'm not a good dancer, I'm not good, da, 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 you need to prepare yourself, because this is like a high level professional experience. And also you need to be really open to feedback, you need to be really open to learn, you need to be really open to growth. And if we are like, no, I'm not a good dancer, you like kind of stop that, like stop that learning, stop that growth. You're going to receive a lot of feedback, you are going to be also in a really good environment, so you need to be open to that and not like feel bad or something if something you cannot do something, or you need to practice something more, like 20 times the same step because you don't know how to do it. So you need to prepare yourself. You also need to prepare yourself to eat better, to drink a lot of water, to sleep good, to prioritize yourself. And then you need to prepare yourself physically. You need to be ready to endure the trainings again, but this time physically. You need to dance 6, 7 pieces. So you need to be like ready. Or I have friends that they are dancing 8, for example, for this show. I'm dancing 7. So it's like you need to be ready physically. You need to do a lot of cardio, for example. I started the gym to do this. So, and also the trainings, yeah, you record yourself first, like they give you the videos, you learn through videos, you record yourself, they give you feedback, you re-record if needed, and then you train there with them for 3 days. So you have 3 days to be
Master everything.
yes,
So
to master.
if I understanding correctly, so you do the learning process or the practice process by yourself in your country.
Yes.
And when the event is coming, you fly to the country, the city where you're going to meet, and then you have 3 days to polish all the details.
To like grab everything
Together.
and put everything together. Yeah, sometimes it's 4 days. I remember the first time I did it, it was 5 days. Now it's BD experience is 4. And this time, because of time and because of like to have 2 shows, because there are some cities they have Alice in Wonderland and also Jungle Book, we have only 3 days to like wrap everything together. So you need to be ready to also rehearse from 8 a.m. to 5 or 6 p.m. and then sew your costumes, because they give you the costumes, but you need to like, if the costume is too big, you need to like sew them. So it's a lot, but it's really fun. It's a really good training, and I'm really thankful because this helped me to prioritize myself. Like for me, it was like dance is not just go. I knew this, but it was not so present. Now I'm 30, so I need to like take care of my body. I need to take care of my like my the things that I'm like what I think, my thought. If I drink water, if I sleep well, if like a lot of things, and you need to train. You need to focus on what you're training. So it's a really good experience to remind you that if you want to be a professional dancer, you need to do everything.
More
Like
than just dance. You said
yes,
something very important that I have seen that many people don't do. They think that, oh, I'm a good dancer and that's enough. First, you need to practice a lot. Repetition is the key to master anything in life. Number two, take care of your body, take care of your mind. Because I've seen like many people, it's like they see me like I'm a weird thing. Because I go to the gym, I do Pilates, I do yoga, because I think you need to be ready to do whatever is needed. It's not just about looking good and a pretty costume and that's it. Is dance is more
yes,
than that, right?
yes. I think it's an act of self love, and self love, like loving yourself, is a lot of things, but it's also one of the main things is to take care of yourself. And if you want to do this because you love dance and you love to be in a pretty costume and to dance in front of a lot of people, and you want to improve and take your dance to another level, you need to fill yourself with a lot of love and like take care of yourself a lot. So
No, you
yeah,
just
I
what
think
we needed to hear. Thank you for sharing.
yes. Yeah, and sometimes we forget this. Like sometimes we forget this, and especially if we are teachers, like we teach and that's it. And no, we teach. We need to practice. We need to do a lot of things. Like we need to rest. We need to do yoga, for example, or Pilates, or the gym, or walk. At least walk. So it's really important. It's just not dance. You need to study a lot. Also, you need to study the rhythms. You need to study the new things. You need to study the old things. You need like a lot of things going on, and you need to give time to that. So I think this is the most amazing learn that I have, like amazing gift they gave me with this experience, is to understand and be really mature, because this is something about how how like how do you say that in English, like being mature, like how mature you are, or how you approach to this experience, how do you approach to dance.
And like you mentioned before, like be ready to receive feedback and take it in a positive way and
Yes,
grow after that, right? I really enjoy interviewing people that is doing amazing things like Luna, and now it's you, because Luna Pumian is also part of Belly Dance Evolution. This is amazing, and I feel so honored to have you here, because I know that you're always
indeed.
working on something big. So, do you have a big event coming up for those that are listening to this or watching this on YouTube? This is June, guys. I mean, July 2024. Do you have anything coming?
Yes, I love organizing events. This is like my second passion, and I started with my festival. which I'm going to do next year as well. Now BDX,
Tribal
the
Fest?
training. My Travel GT festival, yeah. I'm going to do that next year as well. BDX, that I'm going to repeat the experience next year. And I'm doing something new next year. I'm organizing a retreat in Costa Rica with Olga Meos. The retreat is a whole week of training with her, and at the same time to have a really amazing vacations in the amazing jungle and beach in Costa Rica. So
Wow.
it is my first time. Yeah, it is my first time organizing this. It is an honor for me to have Olga as the teacher. She's my teacher also, and I admire her a lot. I'm never tired of talking about her. And yeah, this is in March 2025, and it is going to be amazing. I'm doing this with a Costa Rican dancer as well. Her name is Lydia. And we are doing this with a lot of love and with a lot of detail. So we have the classes. We have a performance project with Olga, like a recording. She's going to give us costumes. Also, we have like yoga classes, mobility classes at the beginning of the days. We have a half lab so that the dancers can like dance and show their talent. We also have a wellness ceremony. We have a cacao ceremony, and we have therapy with sound therapy. We have tours like to actually not only dance but also like enjoy Costa Rica. So everything is included, and yeah, it's a really good experience to organize this because it's something new. I'm scared, but at the same time, I'm super excited. So yeah.
That's amazing. So, guys, if you want to join this amazing event, get in touch with Rita. She has all the information for you. And oh, this is amazing. It's been a lot what you just shared with us, and I really appreciate that you take the time to be here with me. I know you're very busy. You're always busy. And I really appreciate that since the first time that we worked together, that you created this amazing tribal fusion choreography for us, for Black Cat. It's on YouTube, by the way, if you want to take this course. It's free and you can do it. I think that when people say, hey, I don't have time, or I don't have money, or I don't have this and that, they are just excuses, because we have plenty of classes on YouTube. They are free. The one with Rita, it's 4 classes, and also it warm up and cool down, it's included. So there is no excuses. And if you want to go to dance and learn from Rita and Olga Meos, so contact Rita. And thank you so much, Rita, for being here with us. And if people want to contact you, where they can find you?
First of all, thank you for having me here. It was super fun. It was a challenge also to have an interview in English. You can find me I usually use a lot of Instagram, so you can find me as Rita Carolina P, or you can find my dance studio, Morrigan Tribal, in Instagram, and you can also find us in our webpage, morrigantribal.com. There you can find all the information about my classes and also the information of the events that we are organizing.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rita. And for those that are watching, thank you for being here with us. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and see you next time.